Yo, guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys for the NBA games on Wednesday. Like always, we got 4 plays that we're going to get into very quickly. First, before we do, to recap how we did today on Tuesday, it was not a great day in the VIP or on the free picks here on this channel. However, the day before on Monday, we went 8-0 on slips, swept the entire slate, cashed everything, went up like 15, 20 units on the entire day in Monday. This isn't even all the slips from Monday right here, but we basically on Monday had our best day of the entire playoffs, and then the next day on Tuesday we flopped and had one of our worst. But at the end of the day, that's just how betting goes. Hopefully we could bounce back and sweep here today on Wednesday. First, before we get into it, make sure to drop a like on this video, guys. It's free. Takes 1 second. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. I post these free pick videos for you every single day, so make sure to subscribe so don't miss any of the future free pick videos. Before we get into the plays, I also have VIP, like I mentioned previously on Monday. We swept the entire slate. This isn't all the slips right here, but we went 7-0 in VIP, went up over 15 units just in one day. That's all just on Monday. 7-0 on slips, over 15 units. VIP, if you're in it, you get free text messages of just screenshots of all of my favorite plays for that day. Again, it's literally just texted to you of screenshots. Super simple, super easy, and it's all my favorite plays for every single day. So if you want to get in the VIP for an entire month for completely free, all you would have to do is make sure you live in one of these white or gray states on this map right here, including even parts of Canada. If you do, that means you could download either the Sleeper app or the Chalkboard app. You do not have to download both apps, guys. You choose which one you want to download. I don't care which one, but the links are down below in the description and comments of this video for you. So again, just download one of these apps. It's going to ask you right away if you have a promo code. Make sure to type in code GHOST right here, and you have to type that in before you deposit on these apps, guys. You can't go back and change it afterwards. So make sure to type in code GHOST before you deposit. But as long as you do that, you only have to deposit at least $10 using that code GHOST. Then drop a comment down below letting me know you got on one of these apps. That way I can find you, and then I'll send you that link to the free month of VIP. Obviously, Sleeper and Chalkboard will both give you $100 for free and a free square today for the games on Wednesday. So again, to recap, if you use code GHOST on one of those apps, you could get up to $200 for free, 2 free squares, and a free month of VIP, which we have been doing very well in the VIP before today on Tuesday, but we will bounce back in the VIP. Also, if you want the free month of VIP, but you're already on both those apps or those apps aren't available to you in your state, what you guys can always do is get a friend or a family member to use code GHOST, and I will give you the free month of VIP. So if you have a friend or family member that lives in a different state where it is available, you could get them on using code GHOST, or if you're already on the apps, get someone else on using code GHOST. If you or anyone you know uses code GHOST, deposits at least $10, you get a free month of VIP. It's that simple. I want to give you guys the free month of VIP. I want everyone to get it because it's a ton of extra free slips. But with that being said, let's hop into the video. So like I said, we got 4 plays today. Let's start over in the Thunder game. So we got Thunder versus Nuggets. Obviously, the first play we're going to go to, let's go to SGA. So the first play is going to be SGA over on his rebounds. Prizepicks doesn't actually have a normal lineup. I've said this in probably 4 or 5, maybe even 6 videos for the playoffs so far this year. I absolutely hate betting on the NBA on Prizepicks. I literally only do it for the video for you guys, but when I lock the plays in, I'm always locking them in on Sleeper and Chalkboard because they have better lines and better payouts, specifically, again, for the NBA. So Prizepicks right here, as you can see, they have like 15 different goblins and demons we could take, but they don't have the normal lineup. Hopefully by the time you guys are watching this video right now, they have the normal lineup, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but we're taking SGA over his rebounds. So the normal line on most apps right now is 4.5 or maybe even 5. I know Sleeper, last time I checked, had it at 4.5. Chalkboard, I know for a fact, has it at 4.5 right now. So if you get it on Prizepicks, by the time they put it up, they should put it up at, again, 4.5, maybe even 5. I'm taking the over on both of those anyway. So the reason I really like SGA over on his rebounds is if you've looked at what he's been doing in the playoffs, not this year specifically, but really last year, and then you could take some of this year into account, he's averaging last year in the playoffs a little bit over 7 rebounds a game. So far this year in the playoffs, obviously he's only played about like 5 games in the playoffs this year. And one of those games, he only played 20 minutes against the Grizzlies because it was a blowout. Other than that, he's had 8, 4, 5, 10. So he's either going way over this line or getting really close to it, or maybe even tying it. And then, like I said, last year in the playoffs, he averaged 7 rebounds a game. Obviously, when it comes to the playoffs, all these star players play way more minutes than they normally do. At the end of the day, rebounds really come down to hustle. If you look at other guys like Anthony Edwards, we have killed his over on rebounds so many games because these guys just try way harder for rebounds in the playoff games. I know that just sounds like a super basic take and me just kind of spitting nonsense, but I swear to you guys, if you go look at the statistics, Anthony Edwards is a fantastic example. I think he just got like 12 or 13 rebounds against the Warriors tonight. These guards try to get rebounds way harder in the playoffs, especially in close, big, tight games. Great example here again. Last game against Denver, he literally just got 10 rebounds against them. Like I said, last year in the playoffs, this guy's averaging 7 rebounds a game. So the fact that we are still getting his normal line at around 5 rebounds is huge for us. That's only because on the season, he's averaging around 4 or 5 rebounds. But this is the playoffs. It's completely different. So I like SGA to get over 5 rebounds in this game. Again, 5.5 Demon. I would not recommend this, guys. So don't really take this. Wait for a 4.5 or a 5 line. I would just recommend to go, put it in on Sleeper Chalkboard right now at the 4.5 line. That's a really, really good line for us. The second play we're going to be going to is going to be over in this Boston game, and we're going to be taking Derek White over his points plus his rebounds. So if you looked at what he did last game, he had an insane amount of rebounds. I don't even remember how many rebounds. We could check right here. I think he had like 11. Yeah, so he had 11 rebounds last game against the Knicks, and that is not a fluke at all. The last 2 games he played against the Knicks before that, he had 9 rebounds and 8 rebounds. So he has killed the rebounds against the Knicks this year so far. He has played them, I want to say 5 times this year. He has had at least 20 points and rebounds in all 5 of those games. So this line being at 20.5, it's a great line for us. You can see he's gone over this 3 out of his last 5 games against Orlando, but I'm really not looking too much into that. I'm really looking at what he's done specifically in the playoffs throughout his career, but also what he's done against the Knicks so far this season. And again, like I just mentioned, he in the last 3 games, he's averaging like 9 to 10 rebounds a game against the Knicks, which is just insane. His rebounds line, I really was about to take that. It's at 5. I think you could just go ahead and take this at 5 also if you want to do that instead. The only reason I'm not is because at the end of the day, he is kind of inconsistent when it comes to rebounds. He is killing the Knicks with rebounds this year, but he also did have games earlier in the season against the Knicks where he only got like 3 or 4 rebounds, but then he ended up getting 20 or 25 points. Now, he could do that again in this game. He's very consistent with his points, so I think the floor is pretty solid for us with him. I think we should see him get pretty much like 15 points minimum, and then the rebounds come into play. Obviously, hopefully he could go get another like 10 rebounds for us and we kill this. But I think worst case scenario, he gets like 14, 15 points. Best case scenario, he goes over this line in points alone. So 20.5 points and rebounds for Derek White right there. I really, really like that. Then the other 2 plays, obviously, like we always do, it's going to be 2 Goblin plays that we're just throwing in as like the cherry on top. It's bumping it from a 3.5x payout to like a 4.5 or 5x payout. So the first play is going to be Jokic over his rebounds. We took this the other day. I forget if it was on the channel or in the VIP, but I really like Jokic rebounds, and I'm going to take this play a ton in this series. So over 10.5 for Jokic. You can see what he's been doing. He had 22 this last game against OKC. No one on that team could really stop him. You got Chet Holmgren is not going to stop him from getting rebounds. He's going to continue to get an insane amount of rebounds in this series, and he has done that against the Thunder every game this year. If you look at the last like 5 or 6 games he's played against the Thunder, he's gone over 10 in like every single one of those games. I'm pretty sure every single one of those games he's gone over, if not at least 10. But I really like Jokic over 10.5 rebounds. I don't have to explain that too much right there. The only thing I worry about in that game is a possible blowout. But again, his normal line's at 13.5, so we're taking it all the way down to 10.5. So I still like that line a lot. The last play we got is going to be Jalen Brunson over his Goblin points at 21.5. At the end of the day, it's Jalen Brunson. It's the playoffs. 21.5. We probably have, I would say, like an 85% chance that he goes over this line. Obviously, he missed 1 game against the Pistons, but he did get injured in that game. Other than that, the guy's taking like 25 shots a game. Like he's more than likely going to go over this line in shot attempts alone. So he should be able to go over in points, obviously, if he's shooting even a decent percentage. So I like Jalen Brunson over 21.5 points, and that's going to be a Goblin that we're probably going to continue to take every single game that he plays. But that's going to be the 4 plays I have for you guys for the games on Wednesday. Again, make sure to drop a like on this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Before we get out of here, I will remind you one more time, even if you don't care about the VIP, I would highly, highly recommend, could not recommend it enough, to have either the Sleeper or the Chalkboard app, if not both. Again, the lines, the payouts are way better, especially for the NBA. On top of that, you get $200 for free, 2 free squares. And then if you want the free month of VIP for a ton of extra, plays every day, you could get that as well. But again, all links are down below in the description and comments of this video. Just make sure to type in code GHOST before you deposit on those apps. And then if you want the VIP, just drop the comment down below. Other than that, guys, these are the 4 plays I have for you for the games on Wednesday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you next video.